How often do you pause to celebrate how far you've come? In sobriety, it's easy to get caught up in the day to day work of staying alcohol free and forget just how much progress you've made. But taking time to recognize your milestones, whether it's 24 hours or 2 years, can be one of the most powerful things you do to stay motivated. Welcome back to the Quit Drinking Alcohol podcast. I'm Dylan, and I'm here to help you build a life that feels stronger, healthier, and more fulfilling without alcohol. In our last episode, we talked about managing anger and frustration, how to deal with those intense emotions without turning to alcohol as a coping mechanism. Today, we're shifting gears to something lighter, but just as important: celebration. In this episode, we'll talk about why recognizing sober milestones matters, how celebrating your progress reinforces your commitment, and some meaningful ways to mark those moments along the way. Let's dive in. When I first got sober, I didn't think much about milestones. I just wanted to get through the day without drinking. But I'll never forget the first time someone congratulated me on 30 days. It stopped me in my tracks. I hadn't even thought about it. I was so focused on staying the course that I hadn't realized how much ground I'd already covered. That moment showed me something important. Acknowledgement fuels motivation. When you take a moment to celebrate your progress, you give yourself proof that change is possible. You reinforce the idea that your effort matters and that you're becoming the person you want to be. Here's why celebrating your progress matters more than you might think. First of all, it builds momentum. Each celebration is a marker on your journey. It reminds you that every day you stay alcohol free is a win, and those wins compound over time. We also have to take into consideration that it rewires your brain. When you acknowledge progress, you reinforce positive behavior. It tells your brain, "This feels good. Let's keep going." It's the opposite of shame. It's empowering. A third reason is that it validates the hard work. Sobriety isn't easy. Celebrating milestones gives credit where credit is due. It reminds you and others how strong and committed you are. And lastly, it helps you reflect. Milestones give you a chance to look back and see how much has changed, both externally and internally. The truth is, every milestone matters. Don't fall into the trap of only celebrating the big round numbers. Here are a few milestones worth recognizing along the way. The first 24 hours, the hardest day for many people and one of the most courageous. 7 days, a full week without alcohol is no small feat. 30 days or a month, a turning point in both mindset and physical healing. 90 days, the pink cloud may fade, but your foundation is getting stronger. 6 months and 1 year are major markers of identity shift and lifestyle change. And how about this one? Every single time you say no. Seriously, every time you make a choice that supports your sobriety, it's a micro milestone worth noticing. And I want to point out that every moment becomes a milestone because you have to think that there was a time where you didn't think that you could be sober for a week or a month or a year or a day. And there is someone else out there who looks at the length of time that you have as a milestone because they can't get it themselves. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your sobriety. So let's talk about celebration. It doesn't have to mean confetti or huge events, though it can if that's your vibe. Here are some meaningful ways to mark your progress. Write a letter to yourself. Reflect on where you were when you started and who you're becoming. These letters can be powerful reminders on tough days. It's also helpful to treat yourself with intention. Buy yourself something meaningful. Take a day trip, book a massage, invest in something that supports your growth, whatever it might be. I've also found it very helpful to share the win with someone who supports me, whether it's a text to a friend, a post in a group, or a call to your coach. Saying, "I hit a milestone today," helps cement it in your mind. It's also useful to create a ritual of recognition. Maybe you light a candle, make your favorite sober drink, or revisit a journal entry. Rituals give milestones meaning. You've come farther than you think. Even on days when progress feels slow or invisible, just choosing not to drink is a massive accomplishment. Take a moment to reflect on this. What milestone am I proud of right now, and how can I honor it in a meaningful way? There's no right or wrong answer. Your journey is your own, and it's worth celebrating. That's it for today's episode. We've talked about the power of celebrating milestones, why they matter, and how they can keep you anchored and inspired on your path. Sobriety isn't just about staying sober, it's about honoring your growth along the way. If this episode reminded you of how far you've come, I'd love for you to share it with someone else who's on this journey. And check the show notes for tools and community resources to help you keep moving forward. Thank you for spending this time with me today. In our next episode, we're going to talk about something that can transform your entire mindset: gratitude. We'll explore how finding joy in small moments can deepen your recovery and change the way you experience life. I hope to see you there.